Hey guys, my name is Jacky. Here are some interviews and clips about domestic abuse. Enjoy.
I'm going to the corner store.
Do you need some money?
Yeah,
So what did you buy?
nothing.
Oh, so what's this? Is this drugs?
Where were you today?
At school.
Were you?
Yeah.
Why the principal called me and said you were absent? Let's look at your report card. What's this? Go back to the corner. Go look at thinking what you've done.
Really? I thought they really just Photoshop.
What's that do? Like a few weeks. What do you guys talk about?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, we do.
You didn't have a girlfriend. You were studying at school. Do not have a girlfriend again.
So, what if I do? What are you gonna do about it?
Other than physical.
There's all different kinds of abuse. There's verbal abuse. A lot of times people are undocumented, so there's like a power struggle there. They'll say that they'll take the kids and they'll send someone back to their country. There's, abuse where not only like forcing them to have sex, but they'll force them to get pregnant, like they'll outlaw birth controls, things like that. There's all different kinds of abuse.
In most cases, what's the common reason for abuse to happen?
I don't know what a common reason would be. I don't really know. I mean, it's a power struggle, so it's, like the cycle of violence. Either someone's seen it in their home when they were a kid and they're just kind of continuing the same cycle. I can give you some handouts if you want.
Yeah, it's good use.
Okay, alright, I'll do that.
And yeah, the previous question. What's one way of helping victims recover?
Oh, helping victims recover. So, a lot of times what we recommend is therapy. I mean, first getting out of the house, like having a safety plan, just brainstorming how they can actually remove themselves from the violence. And then a lot of time it's trauma recovery. So it's a lot of therapy, it's a lot of psychosocial things, it's supportive housing, it's, everything. Any basic need that you would need could help someone recover.
Are drugs and alcohol sometimes a big deal?
They can be. I mean, it doesn't, just because someone uses or has a drinking problem doesn't mean that that is a violent relationship. I mean, sometimes sure it's there, but sometimes no, not at all.
Alright, that's actually it.
Okay.
How common to be abused, men or women?
Women are by far.
Usually, how do victims get help other than CPS or something like that?
Well, we catch them a lot through their primary care providers. So they come in to see their doctor. They either disclose something about abuse or say something that makes the provider, think something else is going on. So then they'll be referred to a social worker, and then from there we can do an assessment.
Are men always the abusers?
Not necessarily, no. It could be family members, it could be friends, it could be, daughters, whoever. It can be anybody.
Is there some specifically what types of treatment are there for victims? Like trying to help them recover or something like that?
Well, I mean, there's a lot. We're gonna get interrupted here. You might want to stop the video.
So we're doing this project. We're gonna ask you some questions about domestic abuse in Asian family. Okay. What do you think is the solution in improving domestic abuse in the Asian family?
Ooh, that's a hard question right off the bat. I think a good place to start, not just in Asian families, but in all families, would be really assessing whether or not a relationship is healthy or not.
Oh, okay.
And going from there.
Okay. The next question is, what services can a child go to if they are getting abused by their parents or someone, or like their boyfriend or something?
That's a good question. A lot of people at schools are what's called a mandated reporter, which means that if we come to know of anyone who is either being hurt at home, might hurt themselves or hurt someone else, that's something that, like, a law we have to report. So there's whole careers devoted to protecting children and the rights of children. So, for example, just in San Francisco, like, there's CPS, and CPS handles a lot of, like, the investigations of, like, potential child abuse, whether it's, like, neglect or something that's physical. There's people whose sole job is to protect children.
How often have you ever got anyone that came to you to talk about abuse?
Well, I can't, like,
Yeah,
keep going too
don't-
much details,
Yeah, don't go.
but yeah, it's something that's not uncommon in high schools. You know, it's something that doesn't affect, you know, one certain type of kid, but it's across the board.
What happens to a child that gets abused? Where would they go?
It depends. Usually, if it's a safety concern, then they can be removed immediately to what's called like foster care. There's temporary placements, also things that are like, you know, really concerned with like the safety and well-being, the immediate safety and well-being of a young person. So there's a lot that can happen, but it really just kind of depends on the situation.
How do you feel about child abuse?
I don't like it personally.
Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean it's unfortunate, you know. I think the best way we can help is just by bringing it up to the surface, so it's not something that's like either taboo or unspoken about. It's just something that's like that happens and it's addressed, and you know we problem solve around it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that the more communication between like families or even like children to schools, if, you know, if safety is a priority and a concern for us, then maybe we can cut down on that happening. I don't know.
What's the percentage of like, what would be the most abused race, like, for child abuse? Which race would be?
I don't know.
No. Okay, then that's all the questions.
Yeah, cool.
What are you guys talking about, huh?
Oh, what the fuck?